Hello students, mensuration chapter. Now today we'll be reading out about the surface area of cuboid, cube and cylinder. Surface area of cuboid, cube and cylinder. For this you need to understand the different shape of these figures, geometrical shapes. These are the geometrical solids and you need to understand. So let us see this cuboid. For this cuboid you have to just see that this cuboid is of what shape. In your daily life you are coming with very much of these type shapes of cuboid. Now let us see some examples. Let us see this matchbox. This matchbox is in the form of a cuboid. Here in this matchbox there are total 6 rectangular faces. You can see that this is a rectangular face. It is rectangle in shape. So one face, then we turn it. This is another shape of rectangular face. This is another shape of the rectangular shape, and then this one. This is also rectangular in shape. Then if we turn it this way, this is also in rectangle shape, and this way this is also in rectangle shape. So you just can see that how many faces are there. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So total 6 rectangular faces are there which are joined together in this matchbox, and they are making a cuboid. Initially you can just see that this type of rectangular paper is there. This type of rectangular shape paper is there, and it is folded in such a way that it makes a cuboidal shape. This makes a cuboidal shape. Initially it was a rectangular face like that, and now it has been folded in such a way that it forms a cuboid. This face is there, this face is there, and these all faces are there. So this is a cuboid having the rectangular faces joined with each other. There are many more examples of this type of cuboidal shape which we are coming across. You can just see this box. This box is also in the form of a cuboid. Then you can see many such examples. You can just see that these are made up of the cuboidal shape, rectangular faces. They are joined together in such a way that they form a cuboid. Now for this cuboid, the total surface area will be equal to the sum of all the faces, sum of the area of all the rectangular faces. So you just can see that these areas, they are the sum of all the rectangular faces. So just see with the example of this, the area of this face is same as the area of this face. So 2 times the area is taken, 2 times the area is taken. For this face area and this face area, they are same. For this face area and this face area, they are same, and this face area and this face area, they are same. So 2 times each of the area is taken. Now if we consider this, then we take this as the length, this as the breadth, and this as the height. So we just take the area of this as length into breadth, length into breadth, plus, now see this one, this is the breadth into height. For this area is breadth into height. So B into H, plus, now see this one, this is what, length into height, length into height, HL. This is the total surface area of a cuboid given by the formula 2 into LB plus BH plus HL, where when we take length, breadth and height in this order, then 2 into LB plus BH plus HL, they are taken in the cyclic order. So this type we can just find out the total surface area of a cuboid. Now see this is open from one side and it is having the 4 of this type. You can just see this also, this is open from one end. It may be possible that it is open from this side and this side. Then in this case, when two faces are not there, then this is the area of 4 wall, or is also called as the lateral surface area. Think about the room in which you are there. This is also in cuboidal shape and you have to have the whitewash. Then whitewashing is done in the 4 walls, leaving the floor and the roof. So when we find out the area of 4 walls, then area of 4 walls is, just take this is having the length, this as length, this as breadth and this as height. Now area of 4 walls means this face is left out. The face where length into breadth is the area that is being left out, and the remaining 4 areas are there, and that remaining 4 areas is 2 into BH plus HL. Now BH and HL both are having height common, so we just take out as 2 into height L plus B. 2 into height into L plus B. This is the lateral surface area and this is the total surface area. Now for the lateral surface area, if you remember out, then 2 into L plus B, this is the perimeter of a rectangle. So 2 into L plus B multiplied by H, this is the lateral surface area. So perimeter is multiplied by the height, then this gives length plus breadth, into 2 is the perimeter into height, this gives the lateral surface area of a cuboid. So these are the total surface area and the lateral surface area. Mensuration chapter. Now the surface area of cube. For surface area of cube, you have to just recall about this. Can just see that this is a square face. This one is also square. This is also a square face. This one is also square. This is also square and this is also square. Total 6 square faces are there. So this is a cuboid. This is a cubical box said to be as cube. Each side is equal, whether it is length, breadth or the height. Each side is equal, and see that length, breadth and height, these 3 they are equal and they are given as A. We just draw a square like this, then another square like this and join the corners. This forms a cube. So within this cube, each side is equal, given by A, and because there are total 6 faces and this area of one square face is given by A square and total 6 faces are there, so it is 6A square. First face, second face, third face, fourth face, then fifth face and sixth face. So total 6 faces are there. These 6 faces, they are forming the area as 6A square. Now see, this is a square shape paper, sheet of paper. Now if I cut by the corner like this, I am cutting by the corner and then fold it in such a way, in this way, then this forms a open cuboid, or this is a square way, so it is forming an open cube. So you can see that this is a cubical shape which is open from one end. Now we can have this having one, then this side as the second, this side as the third, and this side as the fourth. Now if these are square in shape, then the four walls is having the area as 4a square. So this is the lateral surface area given by 4a square and total surface area given by 6a square for a cube. Now we move to the cylinder. Another geometrical solid. This cylinder you can just understand. Just look at this one. This is round in shape and having the two circular ends. This one is round in shape and having the two circular ends. So this is an example of cylinder. Another example of cylinder is this, a round in shape having two circular faces this way. So this is an example of cylinder. You can just see this one. This is an example of cylinder having the circular face at this end and this as the curved part. So these are the examples of some of the cylinder. All the type of pencils, pens, they are in cylindrical shape. They are round in shape. Now you can just understand this with the piece of paper. This is rectangular in shape. This rectangular paper, if I fold it in this way, then this forms a cylinder. You can just see the circular faces are there, which was initially a piece of paper rectangular in shape. Now this is having the length and breadth. Now when it is folded like this, then this becomes a cylinder, and now this breadth B becomes the height of the cylinder. So B becomes the height of the cylinder. Now this is the length. When I fold it in such a way, then this length forms the circular part. This length forms the circular part. This is the length. This length forms the circular path, and now this is the circumference of this circle. The length now becomes the circumference. On folding this type, this length, which was the length of this rectangular shape, now on being folded, it becomes the circumference, and circumference is given by 2 pi r. This is the circular part. This part, this area given by length into breadth. For this length into breadth, the area of this rectangular piece of paper is now the curved surface area. And in this curved surface area, height is equals to the breadth and the length becomes 2 pi r. So this is called as the curved surface area of the cylinder. Curved surface area, and this is given by 2 pi r h. 2 pi r h. Now to this circular area is added, then it becomes total surface area, because each of this circular face has the same area, so 2 times this area is added, and so the total surface area is given by 2 times pi r square, where this pi r square is the area of circle, plus 2 pi r h, area of the curved part. Now you can see that 2 pi r is common in both these. So we just take out 2 pi r common. From here r plus h. So this is the total surface area of a cylinder. Now you have to use these formulas for solving out the questions. Thank you.